So it's not tomorrow because I said video 3 was going to be tomorrow, but it's still today. But I wanted to show some of you this. I'm going to put this under the nitrogen pressure test. So what I'm going to do here, as you can see, I turned off the vacuum and I'm seeing where the vacuum rises to. A little bit of moisture still in there, so I know that because I only have 10 minutes of vacuum on it. But you could see, compared to POE oil or PAG oil, within 2 minutes it was already approaching 500 microns. And right now I have the vacuum off and I'm letting it stable out. So I'm going to turn off this one right here, and I'm going to turn off this one here because this is what I'm going to use for my nitrogen. And this is going to go overnight, 150 psi with dry nitrogen, to do an overnight leak test, because this vehicle is going to go to Palm Springs. And he's moving away and this technician's retiring, and this is his retirement daily driver. Purge a little nitrogen out of there and close the low side. And open the high side and put a little pressure in there. So there we go, it's going over into the low side now. And now I'm gonna turn up the regulator. Let's get a little oomph to this thing. It's all going in the high side, and then tomorrow when I start recovering it, I'm gonna recover it out of the low side, so it makes kind of a sweep. But it's gonna stay at 150 psi overnight. He's gonna drive it around as his daily driver, taking it to a dental appointment and do all his regular errands. I have several jobs tomorrow. I'm gonna meet up with him after his dental appointment. I want to throw it on the vacuum pump, and I'm going to see if I can, leave it on the vacuum pump for a couple hours. I'd like to see this thing approach 100 microns if I could do it in the system, because he spent all that time to flush it out. He spent all that time to, new receiver, new O-rings, the entire thing, new expansion valve. And so I'm going to spend my time, give him a 24-hour or at least overnight pressure test. And we're going to try to make sure his retirement and his trip back to Palm Springs is good. He just sold his, what is that? A satellite. He just sold the sister car to this. Okay, there we go. 160 is a little too much. Kill the pressure. Let me open it up. It's not going through the expansion valve to the other side, so I have to bleed some through to the low side because it's just not going over there. Now let me turn on some more gas. There we go. So what I'm waiting for is it to equalize. All the old hoses are expanding right now, so we have to let them get to their under 150 psi. All these old hoses, these rubber hoses that have material in them, they're like stretching out right now. So that was the fall. So I'm going to wait about 5 minutes, and I'll probably do a quick pressure decay test before I cap it off and put the, oh, it already has the valve cores in it. I just got to stick the valve core back inside there. And that's about it. It's looking pretty good at 150 psi. We did originally at the very beginning have one leak. He just left that one fitting loose right there. I put a little nylog on it. He tightened it up. It had an O-ring. It was good to go. All right. So I'm happy with this for this 60 seconds of pressure decay test. That's about it. 1962. Original hoses. Original compressor with the original front shaft seal, with all the original seals and head gaskets and everything on it. Why doesn't Ford, Chevy, Chrysler build anything like that anymore? Okay guys, now you got to see the nitrogen pressure test, and we'll see what this looks like tomorrow. See you guys. I got to get over to Oakland. I got to get to that LG Multi-V installation, help my son out over there, lift some stuff. See you guys.